Howdy folks, welcome back to WAC. Today we are talking about the zombie game mode in Conflict of Nations World War III. It's a unique version of the World War III 4x map and is occasionally available to play. This basically turns all Rogue State into the undead. Zombies are much more aggressive than Rogue State and will try to capture cities as quickly as possible, making more zombie hives and therefore spawning even more of them. They can spread incredibly quickly and can wipe out a nation in a matter of in-game days, especially in the early game. Now here is what makes them so special. They have a movement speed of 1 on all terrain types. This is actually insane, and not even special forces can move that quickly on rough terrain. And in places with lots of jungle and mountains, they can really get out of hand. Oh, and they are considered armored units. Yup, that makes it very tough early game when you are conquering cities, because if they spawn in numbers, they can kill your units stationed there to defend. 4 attack and defense against soft targets, and 2 for armor targets. In cities, however, they get a 50% bonus to their attack and defense, meaning it will be 6 attack and defense against soft targets and 3 for armor. These walkers do not play around. They have 12 hit points, which is on par with early game infantry. Oh, and did I mention they are invisible to radar? Yeah, you need to have them within your view range to know where they are, which may make cleanup of a zombified nation difficult. Yep, they are basically super rogue state. In order to effectively and efficiently clean up zombies, I highly recommend elite attack aircraft, or strike fighters. Otherwise, you can get easily overwhelmed. As you can see, in the background, I am playing some footage from my most recent CoN Zombies match. I learned a lot from this game, and even had to protect my ally Peru from a zombie invasion, then had to single-handedly clean it up. For cleaning up large amounts of undead territory, here are some tips. First off, you need to have as many attack aircraft or strikes as you can afford. They matter a lot more than ground units in this scenario. Have them patrolling in split stacks with at least 13 or 14 damage to hard targets per stack, so you can cover as much ground as possible. You will need to be active, otherwise a zombie might reach your airfield when you are not looking. Next, capture cities cleared by your aircraft with single units. Zombies can't spawn unless there is a newly captured city or a hive, so they take priority over provinces. Now this may sound counterintuitive, but do not remain in those cities that you cleared of the undead. It will take far too long for them to get back to good morale. You need to capture these cities quickly before more zombies spawn. You will end up losing a lot of hit points if you try to protect each and every city. If a city is reinfected with the undead, simply kill them with aircraft and recapture them. Statistically, you can get away with this for the most part, as reinfection does not happen a majority of the time. You can see the chance for this by clicking on the info icon above the morale percentage bar on desktop. You will have to be very active in order to do this properly, and if you can't be active, you may want to avoid this game mode altogether. And once you go through all of the infected cities and slowly get to a safe zone of 35% morale, you will be in the clear. While this may sound like a headache to deal with, you can also cause this to happen to your enemies and neutral opponents. Simply go to an undefended coastline and capture as many cities as you safely can. Then promptly return to the sea and hope that zombies spawn. While this may work against an active player, it is more effective to do this to AFK nations that border active ones. This allows the infection of zombies to spread and fester, hopefully resulting in harm to your enemies. If you're feeling sleazy, you can even use sabotage spies to get low morale cities below 35% to hopefully spawn in some zombies from wherever you want. In the late game, they become less of an issue, but if you ever happen to have your capital taken over, or you recklessly take an enemy's capital without knowing what cities will become infected, it can quickly take a turn for the worse. But as long as you have high-level anti-armor aircraft, you should be okay. Yep, That basically sums up the World War III Zombies game mode and my personal opinions on it. It's pretty fun, and I enjoy it when they bring it back around on occasion. Have the undead ever won any matches you were in through VP? What is the biggest stack of zombies you've personally seen? I'm curious if other people enjoy this game mode as much as I do. Let me know in the comments below. And with that, I bid you adieu. I will let my zombies playthrough continue to play, so stick around if you want to see the conclusion. And with that, thanks for listening to me ramble. See ya!
Let me hit you with the